So now it is confirmed that NEET PG is postponed, and as I had said earlier that it was going to be postponed, so it is postponed. So whatever I am saying and whatever I am uh, informing you guys, it is after due diligence, and it is I have no such fake spreading the fake news and get that cheap likeliness that other channels do. So I mean that now you can trust me that I am would be more genuine than what I studied was. Not by my words but by my actions. So many of you would be thinking that whether exams would be preponed or not. I would say that it cannot and it can never be preponed. The exams can never be preponed. This is the truth. This is the you can have you can see in the past, and it has never been the case that examination has been preponed, because there would be first logistical challenge, because now they will be planning to conduct the exam on 7th of July. So suddenly after 1 month they cannot prepone it because they themselves do not be equipped logistically. Second, legally our respected court would not allow such kind of rash decision by MCI, because if the exam is preponed, then it would be to the disadvantage of certain sections of the society or certain sections of the students. So it can never be preponed. It can always be postponed. It can never be preponed. So rest assured that exams can never be preponed, and exam is going to be on 7th of July, never before that. There is no chances of preponement. Whoever is saying that it can be preponed is daydreaming, and it's not in sync with the actual socio legal and as well constitutional reality of our country. Now second thing that comes into mind, should you go for non-academic JRship or should you join somewhere else? I would say that if you are in the category of very bad financially and a lot of family members are dependent on you, and you were just hoping that the exam would be on 3rd of March, and after that you would join JRship. Now, so if you are not going to survive monetarily, so it is better that you do the house job or whatever thing you want to join beforehand, rather than joining in later when you are short of money in May or June, because that would be the crunch time. And this is for the students that are in a very bad financial position, and that would account for the minuscule population, I guess. So the majority of population who are those that can persist. So please don't join. I have seen your seniors joining in the last 2 years, and like in the COVID year and the year after that, and the results have not been really gratifying, because your college suffers, your branch suffers, and moreover all the colleagues of your colleagues would be studying at this point of time, so you would be getting lagged behind them. So never ever join any institution right now. Just focus on that now the date has been extended. It is being till 7th July. So this is the outline for the GRship that I am saying, or any remunerative position you may be thinking. Now we should discuss that how to move forward. See, what I've drawn through this is that you can see the half glass full or it is the half glass empty. It is on your perspective. If you are a post intern, then believe me, this is not a really good news for you, because now the interns that have been busy completing the internship, now they will get a whole 6 months to study, and those interns that are really sharp in their study, they will cover up and they will give you neck to neck fight in the coming examination. So don't be complacent. This is for the post intern. Don't plan your trip. Don't go for a Goa trip. Don't go anywhere else. Just sit down and continue as if the exam was going to be conducted on 3rd of March. And the intern students, this is a golden opportunity. This is something short of a miracle that you are getting, and just use it to your advantage. You see, whatever how you are lagging with the post intern, it is that you don't were able to give that much of time to the studies. Now you can give time to the studies. Now you can go for rapid revision or BTRs, or go for clearing your concepts and then coming back and studying. So just focus, just keep your head down and keep moving forward. Don't be complacent. That would be the message. But for post intern, remember that you should go, because you are already been slogging for a year now. So you can go a bit slow in the initial. You can be little bit, go for movies, go and move out with friends and roam around, and then come back, because it will freshen your mind and it will rejuvenate you for the upcoming exams. So how should be the approach? Firstly, I have seen your seniors committing these kinds of mistakes. So first understand, don't expand your study. Don't think that you have 6 months and you can now go on covering n number of topics. Because though the time you are getting is more, but the human capacity is limited. The brain capacity of our brain is limited. We can process only limited number of amount of information. So don't think that you can now go and study and go detailed lecture videos and you are completing. At the most, if you are finding difficulty in any of the topic, then go for rapid revision, but don't go for the subject topic that are being for the professional students or someone whose ground concepts are in the initial stage. And always remember, don't fall in the trap. Remember that 20% of whatever you study will cover 80% of the paper. and this is where you should target, especially the interns one, because you would have been facing difficulty in completing the only 20% of the syllabus. Now you can complete those syllabus holistically, and then you can get a good rank, and then that's it, your life is sorted. So how to move about? Do diligently previous year topics. I have been saying it repetitively that whether it is INICT or NEET, previous year's topics are the heroes. So time for go and don't cover previous year topics by going through someone else's recommendation. Okay, fine, this is the topic, you should go through it, because then you will not be doing it organically. You yourself go and see those previous year question, what was there, and from that question, if you want to study the theory, you can study. But I would discourage you from making building concepts like this, because it doesn't, because since your notes are not in a systematized way, so in the end weeks you would be finding it really difficult to revise. So I would say whatever things you want to attempt and you want to expand, you can do a little bit, but don't be expanding it indefinitely. Now for very important is for those students who have been finding it cover BTRs and all. It is a golden time for your integrative study. Go back, because many of the students have not still completed the integrated medicine, and without completing those topics you cannot, because that will cover a major chunk of the question that are going to be asked in the NEET PG examination. So this is the time for doing integrative study. Go on to the BTRs and try to do those BTRs. And if someone is thinking of expanding the study, it is a big no-no. What on the reverse, the efficiency of your next 6 months would be determined whether how much of you are able to compress your notes. If you are not able to compress your notes, believe me, you are not doing efficient study. It is not the who much reads that determine it's his rank. It is about how much you reread and re-revise and retest those topics that determine your rank. So don't be in a position that you can go for expansive study now since you have got 6 months. No, because human capacity is limited, brain is limited. Whatever extra time you get, you won't be doing justice to it if you're not in this sync with the reality of your brain. And I would say that fine, it is a cause of grief for many post-intern student, and there are 5 stages of grief, and no force on earth can alter those 5 stages of grief. That is how our human reactions are. We are designed like that only. So what you should do, you should cross those 5 stages very quickly, because there are intern students at the back that are following you on your heels in this race. And if you be lethargic, if you are complacent, then trust me, you would be left behind, and you would be and it would be a worst mistake to commit. So right now, what to do? Do go for rapid revision, question bank, what not to do. So remember that now, since there is 6 months right now, go for rapid revision. And in those topics in which you are finding it difficult, in GTs, you would be seeing persistently certain sections of your GTs that you are getting very low marks. Do go and revise those topics and come back strongly. And do previous year question bank. Don't go about doing the other expansive question banks that are in with Marrow or Perpladder, but focus on firstly on the previous year question bank, and then we move on to the other topic. And moreover, the then you as soon as you come on to the INICT preparation, and you switch over for INICT preparation, ideally by the end of 10th of March. Now after 10th of March, till 10th of March, you try to do NEET PG PYQ. After 10th of March, try to do INICT questions, and then get in the groove for INICT, because there are certain selective topics that are going to be asked in INICT. So do those kinds of topics, and then come back and fall back. And regarding GT, see, the success is determined by not only what you reread, but also what you retest. So don't be complacent in giving GT. If the GT was meant to be given every 2 weeks, so now you are going to give GT every 2 weeks, and when the exam approaches, you are going to cover the past year GT as well, so that at the end the average comes around that on 1 week you are doing at least 1 GT, and in that your half day will go in giving that GT, and 2 days will go in reviewing that GT. So plan accordingly and then proceed. And if there any question bank, if there is any doubt, if there is any question in your mind, you can always comment on the YouTube channel, and I would respond to it.